First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Dave Short is with the DPW in the city of Utica. And as Buck says, it's leaf it to the curb time.
Dave, I got to ask you this. I don't understand. I'm confused as to why you guys even allow people to leaf it to the curb. Because
it's the great city of Utica. That's why.
Well,
okay.
I just feel like you're asking for the sewers to be clogged up with leaves.
Come on now. They regularly, there's a time and a place, and that's why Dave's here. A time and a place for you to do this so that doesn't happen.
That's right. Most municipalities, no matter where you go, offer this type of service. We open it a lot more than what most municipalities offer, but they do offer some small version of what we do. And so starting Sunday night, for the next 45 days is spring cleanup. That means you can put bulk green waste. You can leaf it at the curb, as Buck would say.
Leaf it at the curb.
And we would come and get it for you. You can also put your 5 barrels out, too, if you'd like to do that, too.
Okay, so you can barrel.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can.
5
that's
barrels.
good.
You can put 5 barrels. What about if you took branches or something? Do they have to be a certain length?
Branches have to be no longer than 4 feet long.
Okay.
And they should be bundled. It makes it easier for us to grab them.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that stick it in the can also happen at the same time as leaf it at the curb? Is that what I'm understanding?
That's what's so unique about us. You can do both.
Very unique, this city of Utica.
You know,
I
always thought it was an either-or thing.
There's a third option. You can just take your leaves and stuff them directly in the sewer drain if you want to.
Yeah.
Do not do that.
Well, you dump a little Drano
your
down
other
with
option,
it.
you can put it in the back of your car and bring it down to the recycling plant. Get rid of them there, too.
Or your neighbor's yard.
Yep.
Or let them just blow in your neighbor's yard. Doesn't matter.
I enjoy a good wind. Blows them right over to everybody else's house. Okay, so this goes on for how long?
This program will go on for 45 days.
Okay.
Takes us over, I think, into June a little bit. And then once we hit June, we go back to stick it in the can.
Stick it in the can.
And that takes us into fall, where I'll be back on air to tell you what's going on in the fall.
Okay. Will Paul Buckley have a special jingle for Leaf It to the Curb this year?
Well, as we all know, Buck, he's always thinking about stuff. So who knows what will happen between now and then.
Good point. All right. We'll be looking forward to it, though. I'll tell you that.
I will, too. Very good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
all
man.
right,
I
Dave.
appreciate it, Dave. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Dave Short, City of Utica.
And actually, what the liquid and the moisture and the clumpy leaves that get into the drainage, that's how Buckley has that cologne that he sells. That sewage.
Oh, sewage.
Yeah, sewage.
It's with a
that's what it's made from. It's made from the
S-U-A-G-E.
leaves in the sewer.
That's right.
He's also texting in himself, the man himself, Buck. At the curb means not in the street. It means at the curb. So you leave it
don't
at
put it
the
in the
curb.
street. I'm
That
going to
will
tell you
avoid
something.
those.
In the fall,
leaves don't blow around.
In the fall,
They
you
just blow right
can't
in
even
the road.
you can't even get down my street. You've got both sides.
The piles, yeah.
Piles of leaves. All right, no phone screener Friday means you got to let your phone ring because no one's going to answer. So it may ring 50 times.
But keep calling.
I'll get to you. Hi, good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning. This is RV.
Hey, RV. And by the way, RV was the winner of the Comets tickets yesterday. Yeah.
Hey, did that guy check and see if there was a head neck helmet?
That's what I said, I mean, geez, maybe somebody had an accident or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm going to call about a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
About they should start educating these people about riding bicycles and walking.
Mm-hmm.
You ride a bicycle with traffic, not against traffic.
Oh,
Right,
you're
you
so
walk.
right.
You walk against traffic.
I hate driving down the road.
Yep, you're right.
Meeting these damn bicycles riding towards you.
Now, I'll tell you this, RV. When I walk in my neighborhood with the dog or with my son, I'll kind of pick the side of the road depending on if there's cars parked on one side and there's a couple of curves where there's sharp curves. So I don't want to be walking into traffic that way, so I'll flip sides.
But you want to be watching.
You want to be paying attention.
Yeah.
But I was on Commercial Drive Tuesday or Wednesday. A guy was bicycling against traffic, and I had gone into the other lane to pass the car.
Yeah.
And it was a good thing I was paying attention because otherwise he could have got clipped.
You are not
But he was
supposed to
bicycling
you're
against
supposed-
traffic.
Yep.
You're supposed to go with traffic.
It's against the law.
Yep, good point, RV. Thank you.
I'm talking on Court Street, Utica,
Okay.
or Whitesboro Street, either one.
Yep.
Where Whitesboro turns into Court, all that.
Yep.
Down through there, it's horrible. And they,
Yeah.
and they give you the finger if you come close to them.
Yeah. Is that the index finger they give you? No, probably not.
Sometimes I feel like steering towards them just to scare them a little bit.
Or the thumbs up, maybe.
Yeah, be careful with that.
Well,
All
be
right.
careful. Tony Stewart
RV,
did that and killed a kid.
RV, thank you. You have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy this weather.
I'll try to.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
As somebody who cycles,
IBX,
though,
hold on. I'm going to get right to you. Hi.
You can't say what you just said.
Good morning. No phone screener. Good
allegedly,
morning.
yeah.
Good morning. You're on the radio.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Good.
What's up?
I think the guy that called in about the missing helmet probably shouldn't have done that because now I'm going to ask you to go find it and keep it.
Yeah.
By the way,
That is so funny.
I mentioned the walks. Now, what am I supposed to do here? I'm walking. I'm with my son. We get down to the end of
here
the
we
road on one of the bends. There's a $5 bill. There's a $5 bill laying.
It's yours. That's
on the
your
curb.
$5 bill.
$5 bill.
Yeah.
$50 bill.
Still yours.
Three hundreds.
If it's laying next to someone's mailbox, you got to knock on the door.
No. Okay.
You got to knock on the door.
Yeah. Yep. All right, sir.
All right.
Great. Thank you. I love that piece of input right there. Hi. Good morning. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are you talking about today?
I want to ask your opinion.
Oh, great. That gets everything
Yeah.
going.
Oh, man. Here we go. Good thing we're
I
going
don't
into the
think
weekend.
We've talked about this yet, and it's not really a major thing, but I want to know what you guys think about the idea of a pedestrian bridge over Oriskany Boulevard. So when you get out of
That's a great idea.
that Utica Commons game, and a lot of people, there's a lot of bottlenecking and it stops traffic, and maybe they could dedicate the pedestrian bridge.
I
to
love that
someone.
idea. As a matter of fact, there was a plan at one point to, I believe, have a where the Nexus Center is. They were talking about a convention center, and that there was going to be a walkway to that. I don't know where it would end up going, but there would be a walkway.
Now,
so you didn't have to walk over Oriskany Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, you guys know how it is. It gets congested.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
It's a safety
Yeah.
hazard.
Yep.
There's two concerns. One is, now I love the idea. I don't love the price tag that would come with something like that.
Yeah,
You're probably looking at $1 million, believe it or not, to
Oh,
build
wow.
something. And on
But
the
I
low
also
end.
think you'd save a lot of. You have to have cops there. Utica Police has to be stationed out there for every event.
It's a good point.
That's overtime, most likely. I mean, that's
The other thing is, just like the arterial bridge, you've got to get it high enough because trucks roll through there on a
Absolutely.
Boulevard.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you've got to get it several feet in the air.
Or let's do a tunnel.
I
It's a
like
good
the
idea.
I do like the idea. I like
Thank
it a
you.
lot. All right. Hi. Good morning. No phone screener Friday is what we're calling this.
Or something to that.
Good morning. You're on the radio.
Hey, Bill, I got a question.
Okay.
Who's the guy from the state that you guys have on once in a while? Is that
Jim Piccola?
Yeah.
Yes. Is he going to be on sometime soon, you think?
Sounds like you want him to be.
We could make it happen, maybe, John, for you.
What's your issue?
Well, I got when I leave work, I get on Route 12 and I head south. And then I usually get off the ramp onto 8. Well, that ramp is closed, and I'm just wondering how long that was going to be closed for.
That's going to be a year.
Definitely.
I got a ways to go.
About a year, John.
Really?
They're
Yep.
replacing that bridge.
That bridge, and it's going to get worse because once the bridge comes out, I imagine they'll do maybe one northbound or whatever that would be.
Right.
And then southbound, so it'll be one lane traffic going through, but that's going to be a while. Yep.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt trying to find a route to get to.
Just like the bottle
It
rocket.
is, yeah.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay.
I got one spare one in the garage. You want it?
No thanks.
Apparently, this is John from Bridgewater, who apparently has a story that he maybe did something with a bottle rocket that burned his butt.
Oh.
Okay, John,
Yeah.
thanks. Enjoy the weekend.
All right, bye.
All right. I'm sure you will. Who knows what you'll be doing?
Yeah, jeez.
I have open lines right now, 315-736-0186.
Can I just say something as somebody who...
We're not, just keep in mind, you got to let it ring because we're not going to answer it until I get to you.
As somebody who frequently rides a road bike, I've done the Ride for Missing Children and things of that nature, I would also say that please be advised of those people. I've got lights on the front, the back of my bike, and I usually ride something bright, but still it is quite frequent that I almost get
I just
hit.
have to tell you, I was driving in a residential section, and there was a kid coming on a bike, and I did not see him, and he's in my lane. coming at me. And I did. All of a sudden, I look in my rearview mirror, and he went off into the lawn, under one of the lawns, and went like head first over the bike. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even. He got nervous. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So I get home, and my son said, this guy was driving, and I had to take the side of the road. I'm like, oh my God, was that you? Sure enough, it was.
How awful!
Yeah, it
well,
was.
we better catch that guy.
Hi, good morning. You're on. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. First, I wanted to say to Jeff Manaske, I wanted to ask him if he heard that CCR was coming out with a new album entitled "Maybe We Really Are the Answer."
I hadn't heard that. No.
Instant classic.
Yeah, we'll check on that for you.
My other thought was you were talking about voting the other day and restrictions and all that and stuff like that, and the fact that we only have a signature in New York required, but maybe that's not enough. It's not going to be enough throughout all the states and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you mentioned like Social Security. I mean, you can't put something in people like, or you can't use fingerprints, something identifiable. I mean, that you can't really do that. But everybody's got to have a Social Security.
Right. Everybody's right. In order to work, you got to have a Social Security number. Yeah.
Right. I don't know why there can't be an ID made through that entity, just for voting and that sort of thing.
Listen, I, as I said, part of this whole story that I don't understand is it seems logical, doesn't it, to have an ID to vote? And somehow there are states where minorities are complaining that they're using that to dissuade them from registering to vote. And I hate to say this, but I'm playing, I don't know. And that's all.
You deal with voter suppression, so to some degree they probably do that, use it against them. But it doesn't have to be that way. It
doesn't have to be that way, you're right.
Something like Social Security.
And you wouldn't, and listen, if you had today we have the technology, you could use an ID that that would be authentic without being able to be forged, so you know that people aren't voting twice. The problem is there's no evidence of corruption based on investigation after investigation in Georgia. So why are you doing this unless for it to be some sort of a way to dissuade people from registering?
And probably most of the American people know that.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Of course, you've got a lot of conservatives are going to say, "Oh, you have to, look at Trump and his followers." And
well, it is an issue that we're going to be dealing with, but
I wish it was okay for people to have chips. I mean, I don't think it is.
Put a chip in everybody.
That way, if everyone had the right to vote and it was that easy, but it should be made as almost that easy.
Yeah, you scan the person. Instead. And I'm going to tell you, Elon Musk is talking about putting chips in people's brains, the people that are volunteering to do it.
Well, but can we slow down? Because, I think he's great, Elon Musk, but he was talking about fully
let's
electric
finish
vehicles.
one project before we start another, buddy.
Before you start putting chips in my brain, how's that electric car coming?
Self-driving car going?
Getting that rocket off the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you, sir. You have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the weather.
Pace yourself, Elon.
Hi, good morning. You're on the radio.
Yeah, Bill, did they announce at the hockey game for the $45 how much food and drink you get included? Or
it's all-you-can-eat food, and I believe it's up to 4 or 6 beers per person, I think.
Yeah, and unlimited soft drinks, non-alcoholic.
Yeah. There is a limit on the number of blue lights or
yeah, I think it was 4.
Yeah, I think that is it. Yep.
Okay, I think.
At the end of the day, it's a really good deal, I think. So
right.
Okay, sir, enjoy the weekend. I'll do one more quickly. Oh, you wanted me out quickly. Okay, hi.
And we've got, I'm sorry, I was trying to show you, we've got the Sweet 16 contest for the thing. We've got to pick the winner this morning.
Okay. Hi, good morning. Last call I can get in here.
Hi, the Utica, Oneida County used to send you a voter registration card when you voted. And when you registered to vote, they'd send it to your residence. I have one. Why don't we just have that system and have them bring them when they vote?
I guess that's certainly possible. Do you think we have a problem in Oneida County where people are voting more than once?
I'm a poll watcher. I mean, not a poll watcher. I run a polling place.
Yeah.
And
we're pretty good, aren't we?
I've seen it. Oh,
unfortunately, we had a real problem this year with losing ballots. That was a problem. So,
right. Well, when you have a congressional district out west decided by 6 votes.
I know. Right. You're right. That's a good point.
You have to have no voter fraud.
Yep. You're right. Fair enough.
All righty.
You have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. All right.
We can go to the topic.
This was a Z-Bart contest that we were dealing with.
This is Z-Bart. They do the undercoating service for your vehicle to protect, as they say, it's us or rust. I love that commercial. But anyway, so it was our Sweet 16, our at Syracuse basketball contest. How far would they go in the big dance? We had Dave in Yorkville and Heidi in Whitesboro were the only two to say that Jim Boeheim and the Orange were going to the Sweet 16. And obviously they did, and that's where they got bounced. So we can flip a coin.
I don't know how you want to do this. Heidi is heads.
If you want to, who's which, what?
We've got Heidi in Whitesboro and Dave in Yorkville.
Okay, so who's heads and who's tails?
I would think Heidi is heads and tails.
Okay, and Dave is tails. All right, are you ready? Here we go.
Flip them the kern.
The winner is heads.
It's Heidi in Whitesboro.
Heidi, congratulations. She wins. This is a $1,000 package.
It's a $1,000 package. Yeah. And keep listening because we'll have another chance for you to win. But congratulations to Heidi in Whitesboro.
All right.
That is
nice,
a
Heidi.
great package for a vehicle when you live in the Northeast.
And we have a few more of those to give away. We'll give away some more down the road.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.